This is the Michael K. Show podcast. Listen live weekday afternoons from 3 to 7 p.m. on 98.7 ESPN and the Listen tab on the ESPN app.
Here outside Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of the Yankees' four-game set with the Orioles. Back in the Don LaGreca studios in New York City. Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg.
Hey
Hello,
there.
children.
Hey, guys. What's up?
How are you?
Great.
I'm all right.
What's your problem?
Well, I just told you. I gotta say, I gotta send the show out with a serious, heavy heart today. My mother's best friend, she's my brother's best friend's mother, and my mom's closest friend, our neighbor my whole life, just passed away today out of nowhere. Wonderful lady named Hannah Littman, who was a big part of our lives. So I want to say rest in peace to Hannah. She was a great lady, and yeah, they were on vacation, and she just passed away out of nowhere. Not to be a huge Debbie Downer to start the show, but that is where I'm at today, Michael K. So I'll tell you what, I was actually really looking forward to a football Friday, and I got to tell you, I'll start off with something positive here. Tremendous call on the Aaron Judge line drive homer last night.
Oh, you like the extended see ya?
Oh, I did the see ya. I enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
It brought me some joy.
Thank you. I'm going to bring you a little unhappiness now. The reason Don's in the studio, I mean, we're very open here. We have a very special in-studio guest. It's Trey Wingo. And I guess the powers that be did not trust you with being a good enough of a host, Peter. Not in terms of a radio host, but just talking to the guy before he sits down. They wanted Don there instead of just you.
And I got to be honest, Peter, all joking aside, he's right.
They said that?
Well, they didn't say it, but they don't have to say it. Because usually there's an awkwardness, right? Like before you join the show, they would always say, Don, go back to the studio, because it's awkward for an in-studio guest to be in a studio by himself.
Right.
But now that you're here,
why would they care? What would the concern be?
The concern would be what Michael suggests.
So you got a call and they said, "Hey, can you come in today?"
Yes. Yeah, don't go to the trailer with Michael. Make sure you're at the studio so you can greet Trey Wingo as if you're a complete social idiot.
No, I mean, I would normally. I'm quick to believe the things are done for a sinister reason.
That's usually the case.
It is usually the case. In this case, it's just vintage. What's the word?
Pinhead suit.
Yeah, it's a pinhead suit decision to put on a good appearance for big Trey Wingo coming from Bristol. That's what I believe. Like, we don't want you to...
Why aren't you a good
I'm not...
appearance?
To come see the one guy sitting here by himself, it looks a little better. You have me and Don. But I don't understand why it matters. He's a radio guy. He's aware of what's happening. So it's not like...
They should have done, if they really wanted to swing it around, they should have bought Yes... and then just had me taking off the Yankee game to come in so we could really greet Trey.
That would have been
and it's
mage.
It's particularly disrespectful today, considering I pulled my huge guest yesterday and did it
great
with Mike.
Job by you.
Oh, thank you very much.
The only guy that hasn't pulled a huge guest is the guy sitting to your left.
Well, I kind of got deflated when I was told that the guy that I could pull wasn't huge.
And you didn't even know you could pull him, let's be honest. He was a big maybe.
I wasn't going to... You know why? It was a big maybe because I'm not that guy. I don't want to take advantage of friendships.
But it's a big maybe no matter what, because you still had to ask.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that I liked asking Larry David to be on today?
Oh, you love it.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, because you understand how important it is.
You have with a famous person to think that I'm using him to be on the show.
It's good promotion for him, Michael. It's a top 10 show. Listen, he's promoting a show that's going to be launching on October 1st. As big as the show is,
always need
there's
promo.
no such thing as bad publicity. I mean, you need whatever you can get, and you're going to come on here, so it's not you are doing him a favor.
I'm not doing. That's ridiculous.
No, you are.
You've said some really unbelievable things this week.
It's not
like blowing up my spot.
Oh, come on, please.
And this is the worst you've said.
No, it's not the worst.
I'm doing him a favor.
You're blowing up Larry David. Larry David is an unbelievable guest. Don't get me wrong, but don't make it seem like we're not doing him. But he's calling us on the phone with a chance to promote his show, Michael.
I don't think that, Peter. I don't think Don gets
he does
the enormity of Larry David. He just does it.
No, I don't think you understand the magnitude of the show.
That's strong.
That we have to feel like that we need Larry David for people to pay attention. Larry David is a gift for the people that are already listening, Michael. That's what it is. It's going to help him as much as it's going to help us.
I think there's a couple things at work here. Number one, I need to reveal behind the scenes to everyone out there listening based on the tone and tenor of the pre-show meeting, which I only was here for the end of, I could say today could be a day with explosiveness. I mean, true explosive.
Well, I've
such
got to
a
be
Friday
honest,
show.
because again, we're lifting the curtain.
See, here we go.
So I've got the earpiece in, and I'm talking to Don, and I'm not in a good mood.
No,
not at all.
I'm just not. So I said, listen, I'm going to step away from the mic for a second. He thought I stepped away from the mic.
Oh, no.
And he said, what's up his
Oh.
butt?
No, Michael, I knew. I've got the monitor. I see when you get up.
He knew you were there.
I knew you
thought
were
that
there.
my earpiece, you didn't think I heard that, and I heard it.
Michael, I'd ask now.
Oh, no.
Why wouldn't? That's a typical question. A friend asks a friend. What's your problem today?
I'll tell you exactly what it is. Again, you want to really lift the curtain?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I don't know if I do.
get here at 2 o'clock so we can have a pre-show meeting, and you're taping Ice Chips until 2:45.
This is maybe the curtain went too far up. I
Yeah.
think.
Not right.
One notch too far up.
So I'm sitting here doing nothing.
Tough. You
Well,
know
what
how many
about-
times I'm sitting there doing nothing when you've got a center stage you have to tape, or when you're stuck in traffic on the Deegan? Stop your nonsense. And you're a big baby today. Get over it. We've got a show to do. Focus. All
And we'll
right?
do it.
With your stupid baby clown chew garbage. All right? Stop it. Focus. It's the fall book. It's a
Larry
football
David.
Friday. Larry David's coming on.
Right.
Trey Wingo in studio. Let's grow a pair and do a show. What do you say, Michael? Huh? What do you say? Said I'm saying stuff behind your back.
I thought that was
exactly what you did.
I thought that was a pretty good motivational speech, Michael. You got no claps out of that? That was pretty good.
I got no claps.
Oh, come on. Not only that, and you called a tremendously fun Yankees game last night.
6-0 before the seat was warm.
And then they keep going. Lucky 13. What a good time that was last night.
Yeah, really good. The opening hour of the Mike McKay Show on 98.7 ESPN.
He's committed today.
Brought to you by Firestone Complete Auto Care. Take advantage of the bonus savings day event at Firestone Complete Auto Care and get $100 off any purchase of $500 or more. Whatever you drive a Firestone. Here's something that's annoyed me today. So there's this little store underneath the L across the street from Yankee Stadium. It's a dollar store. Sometimes I go get an iced tea there.
Oh, yeah, I've gone there.
Right,
Good
it's
gum.
a very good store.
Yes.
And they also have, like, cute kids' toys where you don't have to, like, break the bank for them. So I got Callie this coloring thing, which says $10 on it. Charlie these 2 monster trucks for $5. And 2 boxes of Ike and Mike's.
Mike and Ike.
Mike and Ice, yes.
Mike and Ike's.
It's a Mike vehicle more than an
I
Ike
think
vehicle.
it's wrong that Ike, whose first name starts with an I, is not first.
I agree.
He's a nice man. So because the lady at the counter was so nice, he rings everything up, right?
Yeah.
And then she goes, $29. And I give her the credit card. And then as I'm driving away, I go, $29? How's it $29? So now I feel like a complete idiot. I'm going to have to go back to that store and ask for a discount or a refund?
That's the worst. Because, like, how cheap do you want to seem?
Right, how
but at
cheap do I look?
But at the same time, you're getting ripped off, and it's not
It should
right.
have been $19.
Mom, taxes, Michael.
No, that's not
No,
taxes.
oh, yeah. Oh, we live in a country where the taxes are 35%.
Well, Mike, you got to
You know
pay
what?
attention.
I'd like to just walk out right now.
You want to take a minute? You want to take a powder?
No, you're the one who should leave because you're mourning right now.
Well, that's a good point, but I appreciate you caring about me. But I'm here to lift my spirits. I've been looking forward to Football Friday, second week doing my little football segment. Are you watching at 6:30? I'm geared up. What a great football game last night.
Oh my, that was great.
Oh yeah, that is good stuff.
By
right
the
there.
way, off that, since we like to, this isn't breaking news, but the Bengals are blaming the offensive coordinator for the fact that Andy Dalton can't do the job, so they fire Ken Zampese and they hire their quarterback coach Bill Lazor to be the new offensive coordinator.
Listen, nice Band-Aid. I feel bad saying this. I think he seems like a good guy, but nice Band-Aid for Marvin Lewis because, let's be honest, guys, I think Andrew said this last week, and he really hit the nail on the head. They don't pull this together immediately, and they're not going to because they're not a good enough team. This is the end of the Marvin Lewis-Andy Dalton situation this year. Yeah, that vehicle comes to an end this year. I mean, they could not do anything. And this is the Texans defense that we know, while great, and Jadeveon Clowney had a ridiculous fumble return yesterday. This is a Houston Texans team that started the season getting absolutely destroyed by Jacksonville, and then Cincinnati could not even move the ball. I kept going back to the game. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched about half, and then I was watching Narcos and just checking the score.
So when did you get the Yankee broadcast?
I watched the highlights. You got a big MLB highlight last night, Michael.
Yeah,
now listen. It wasn't the highlight of the night. We know the highlight
of the night. Lindor?
No. Jay Bruce. The Indians game-winning Jay Bruce moment was the crowd celebrating, and I don't know if we have the video they could show on of that game winner in the Indians game. Looked like Don. Have you watched the video of it? You saw it, right? I saw it live. You watched it live?
Yeah.
If you go back and look at the crowd's reaction, here it is. It looks like something out of the movie Major League. Yeah. Those look like actors. Like the level of intensity.
But
it's incredible.
But I thought it was much better when Lindor tied the game.
Oh, really?
Because the game's over. They're down a run, 2 outs.
Can I see the Lindor? Yes.
So that to me, because I thought, to be honest with you, I don't know what Michael, you were still doing the game, I think, at that point. To me, once it got to extra innings, it was almost a fait accompli. Once they got to the bottom of the 10th inning, they were going to win the game. But to be able to pull out 2 outs, 2 strikes, down a run to tie the game, to give them new life, to me, I thought the building was up for grabs for the game winner, but the play to me was the Lindor double.
Sorry, Michael, the crowd's just so good. Go ahead.
If we could, if Andrew or RJ could dig up Tom Hamilton's call. Now, Tom Hamilton's the longtime radio announcer for the Indians. And he might be, I'd say, in the top three nicest people I have ever met.
Strong.
In all of broadcasting. Just a real gem of a guy. But I don't know how he keeps his voice. Because if I scream like Tom Hamilton screamed, I would not have a voice the next day. He must have super, super pipes in order to do that.
That's tough to do.
So we'll listen to that.
But I'll tell you what, though. There's something about that thing that's happening in Cleveland right now. I can't stop thinking about Major League. Because, let's be honest, the reason Major League is such a great movie and hits you so hard, here it is on Yes right now, is because it really tied in to these emotions that exist in this city, which has just been, so bad in sports, and this team is so beloved. As much as they love the Cavs, it's nothing like their Indians.
I don't think historically they love the Cavs.
That's right. That's the point.
I always felt the Cavs became relevant to them because LeBron was there originally, and so that was the team that won Cleveland the championship. You ask people in Cleveland who they want to win the championship in the order: Browns, Indians, and then I think it would be the Cavaliers.
Absolutely.
Cavaliers just because they were so close. But the Indians haven't won a World Series since '48.
It's so special when you watch the energy of the fans. It's contagious.
It was really cool, Michael.
I bet it was. And I happen to really like Cleveland. I think it's a really cool town.
I do too.
And I like the people. I really do. I hope they win a World Series at some point soon because the time runs out. And Corey Kluber's going tonight, so should make it 23. It's time for the Big Blue Report, brought to you by Weil McLean. I gave a lot of thought to what Don said yesterday. I'm sure Peter has as well. I tossed and turned about it. I thought about it when I was on the elliptical machine at 1 in the morning. And I said, really, Don's lost his mind. Because I tried to weigh it every which way, because I'll repeat exactly what Don said, that if Odell Beckham Jr. plays and they have the same trouble offensively, then their season's over if they lose against the Lions. And I really believe that you have finally flipped your lid, my friend.
No, it's saying, speaking with conviction, that I think a lot of other people will be afraid to say. That if
They'd be afraid to say it because it's lunacy.
No, but why?
It's the second game of the year.
Why is it lunacy? What I'm saying is you're destined to go 7-9. Look at the schedule. If you have Odell Beckham Jr., and you go out there with a healthy Odell Beckham Jr. against an average Detroit Lions defense. Now, we'll see how it all ends up playing out. Maybe Detroit ends up being a Super Bowl team this year. I don't think so, but maybe we'll look at it differently. But right now, I think a very winnable game in which they're favored at home. And if you go into that game with a healthy Odell Beckham Jr. and you score 3-6 points, struggle to score any touchdowns whatsoever, and lose the game in similar fashion to the way you lost to the Dallas Cowboys, how is this team going to the playoffs when you've got
it's just the second game.
No, but that's just lazy. That's lazy analysis.
Lazy?
No, it's lazy analysis to say, well, you got 14 games left. How can you say it?
Expert analyst and Steve Young saying that teams don't really get it together until Thanksgiving. So you're going to say after 2 games, if a team is sputtering, that their season's over?
Well, because this is a team that sputtered last year with Odell. They felt they made the necessary changes to combat that. And if you end up being the exact same team the first 2 weeks and they miss an opportunity to winnable game at home.
So why can't the defense win games after that then, if their offense sputters
I just don't think it's a league right now where you're